Man, oh man, guys, we have a special treat for y'all. I think the vehicle could be described as special. We ain't really looked it over too well. You obviously seen it from the thumbnail. You obviously see we also have Sir Mordecus here, gonna be lending us a hand today on another Will It Run. Last one we did was a Ford as well. So we're gonna be 2 for 2 on the Fords. We did the Model A last year. This year, not too long ago, D&H sent me this lifted Ranchero and was like, hey, do you want this? And I was like, I absolutely want that, please grab it. And last week's second channel video, we went and snatched it up from D&H, and we did just enough to get it on the trailer and get it off the trailer here. I did not want to look it over too well. We wanted to save that for this morning. So it's a little windy outside. So to actually check it over good, we probably want to get it inside where y'all can hear us. Getting it inside may not be the easiest thing. How many brakes are we gonna have locked up? 50%? One? She ain't gonna be the easiest because she don't have the best tires, but D&H said actually have some I think will probably hold air. They're a little low, but we're gonna try to air them up. These things are like...
These are deluxe pinstriped. Woo!
Half drag strip it, or drag slick in the center, half knobby on the outside.
Oh, they're already tubed too. We're good to go.
Till the tube lets out the juice. But guys, check this thing out. A redneck's dream. I have imagined doing some redneck stuff like this since I was a kid. And then when you see one just sitting there, we're waiting to be picked out of a field, it's kind of hard to say no, especially when the price is just so good on it. Does she just feel right?
You paid full retail?
Dude, that's a smoking deal. Look at the hood scoop.
Like 70s?
Yeah, could be. Yeah, hood scoop, a little bit of filler coming off. Don't worry about that.
If 2 wipers don't do, 4 never would have.
Right, we're ready to go through the mud there. You need to have some good wiping action. That's 100% gonna stay together.
The only better is if they were like, remember the old neon ones, or like the red ones?
They should have got the red anodized.
Yeah.
Had her looking good. We need to cut that off of there on the O and move it down there and call it the Ranchero. Just slide that on down. A little more body filler.
Move the O over and make it a Rancho.
She has some custom, well, a lot of custom everything going on.
Oh, we're missing the keys.
Oh man, we broke the blinker, so we just added a switch.
It's got a diff airlock. What is that? Is that for the plow controls?
That's for our PTO, in case we want to winch on. We got rooms for all the speakers back there in case we want to beat down the block through Pot County.
It's like 2 kegs of beer.
Theo, you could ride in the back.
No CB radio though.
Oh,
we got to know what them. Look at green, blue, and orange switches. They went all out.
I haven't sat in this thing even, but we will. Yeah. Each light on the light bar was probably individually put on because I think there are 3 mounts up there. 1, 2, 3. We got our voltmeter.
Vacuum.
Oh, vacuum, and then our temp.
No, it's PSI.
Oh, that's
it's
oil.
I've never seen it labeled as pounds square inch.
We got the best shifter, or shift knob at least. I'm actually a fan of that.
I suppose that's the push to start, or is that the horn?
Push to start. If I was a betting man. That's pretty good quality button there.
I was hoping it was a Dixie horn.
We can add one. C&J trucks. Oh, that's her visor clip. They stay pretty shiny. That looks good up there. She did have insurance, surprisingly enough, at some point. Oh, here's a good sign of things to come.
That is a GM rotor.
That's true. Nothing else good in there.
Hopefully that is not a sign of things to come.
We're gonna just, ooh, custom battery box in the bag and a roll bar built out of, well, maybe it ain't built out of exhaust tubing, but it's damn sure held in place with exhaust clamps.
Park brake.
Yep. That's a jack stand where me and Dad used to work on stuff.
Battery relocation kit for all the weight transfer.
Yeah, she has 3 tabs up there. She used to be decked out with lights. Underneath here, hello Theodore. Like I said, we'll go inside, and then we definitely did not. All right, a quick observation. She's definitely dual shocked. Well, kinda. This one ain't really mounted, but it's there. So, oh yeah, we got some good fab work going on here. We got some plate welded here. I'm pretty sure that's just scrap torched out, added there.
They're not just any shocks, they're air shocks.
Well, in case we put a gooseneck on, we need to be able to air her up. How many stacked lift blocks do we have here? We've got about, I don't know, 2.5 inch there, and then probably 3.5, and then a 1 incher. It's just loaded. You don't have as many.
We don't need all 3 on this side.
Only got 2 on that side. Oh yeah, that one's mounted.
Look at that brake line. Just a couple of zip ties up there is all it's holding it.
Just holding on for dear life. The air shocks never lasted because the plastic line was ran along the hot exhaust. Theo's like, hey, I can get down with laying underneath here with y'all. All you had to do is call and invite me over. Looks like we're starting to have a little rust in here. That's real good considering where this thing's gonna go. I don't need any stability or strength. Exhaust or parking cable, I don't know. Some more booger welds on it. Someone was trying. We'll give them that. Do we give them that?
Oh, they definitely tried. I would say they succeeded. I don't know what they were going for, but they got it done.
I mean, it ended up here, so they sold me on it. Floors. Oh, I wasn't gonna say they have rust, but that fiberglass residue there says those are fixed actually. Did not mean to eat that. Oh, okay. So actually getting up underneath here, we do have a drive shaft to the back. We have it's a SEMA truck.
It's a Bluetooth drive shaft.
It's a SEMA truck. As long as you have the axle in the front, you don't really need a drive shaft. Some other better fab work done on the trans cross member, I guess.
They peaked there. Once you get to these spring mounts up here, things get
A little wonky.
real ugly. Glass packs, as if there was another choice.
Well, no one's really surprised to see the glass packs. Here's our positive. Oh no, they got that as a ground. Red is ground.
I'm pretty
Underneath
positive
here.
it's gonna rub on the exhaust.
Yeah, well they grounded it over here to our transmission. Our positive, now they didn't want it flopping around, so they clamped it. Good stuff. Transmission is leaking a hair. She is a GM drivetrain by the looks of.
Look at that new starter, let me touch it!
Do not. Ha! I will touch the starter, you stay away from it. Oh yeah, she's got good cooler lines. See some rubber hose clamps. Don't shake them too hard, they'll come apart. Run those rubber hoses right over the top of that exhaust flange.
It looks like fresh black paint on that transmission though. We might get a good 400 on it.
And a nice shifter and shift knob. That's already a win. Oh, is that the quality fab work you were talking about?
Yeah. At least it's real thick metal.
They did
And then
use.
they're just welding it to tin.
That's
It's
fine.
rusty.
Yeah, don't shove on that too hard. We may lose it. Oh man. That right there, folks, is the definition of undercut when you're welding, but don't worry about that. It got this far in life.
So technically, does this qualify as a mini truck?
I don't know what you call it besides perfect. That's the only word that comes to mind when I walked out and seen it sitting here this morning. Well, they went the Sunrise Majestic work too. That is a tiny front axle. That tube is like 2 1/4 maybe. I don't know, not very big. Did you just spin that with nothing? Lock the hubs. Yeah.
It's a Dana 27A.
27? That would be the smallest Dana ever. What in the, hold on. What is this? What is this? Why are we clamping?
It's braced so when we go over the jump, those 2.5 inch axle tubes don't buckle.
That's what was gonna help hold her together, huh? Some custom shock mounts, brake line mounts match the rear.
That is a solid flame cut right there.
That's pretty good with a torch for that thick. I mean, that's like 3/4 inch thick. I ain't mad at them there.
Oh, look, they clamped like a GM steering box to the...
Let me come around front so I can just enjoy it.
I think this needs to go on the lift.
Yeah. We're out here crawling with rocks in our back.
It's got a flexi hose, so I'm already excited.
Flexi hoses are good. How's our steering looking? Like angle iron? Yeah, because as we travel up, we'll just hit that spring. Ouch.
Something bit me.
Did you sign the waiver before you started? We got a clamp on dampener. That's good. What is going on over there? They're burning down the countryside. Are there fire trucks driving through the woods? Oh yeah, that steering box is not the worst I've ever seen.
I'm a little disappointed that there's not air shocks on the front, because I've never seen air shocks on the front of a vehicle, and I feel like this is the proper application. This
is the one that should have crossed that threshold. Set some new trims. Dana 27, is that what you said?
Yeah, right here, if you look on a Dana in the corner, it's cast the model number, so it's a 27A.
She's got, we got some nice IH right there on the hub. So this came from a Scout, being that small.
Yep.
Cute little thing in there. Is International 5 the same as
Ford?
Ford?
Yep. 5 on 5.5.
All right. Yeah, I guess that's what the 59 is. We could put, we had tires, we could put the white walls on this sucker.
We got some 40 Ford Steelies on the Model A we could put on it. Some skinny minis.
Hard pass.
It's just gonna sit in the corner and rot away anyway, so
that's true.
use them.
We're gonna let the Model A just sit, probably never finish it at this point. The fender flares are actually pretty good. Those things are matched to the body, so I mean, not perfect, don't let me lie to you there, but they are overall pretty dang good on this thing.
I'm guessing one of our switches is hooked up to the lights under.
Oh yeah, or bolt on. All right, we said we'll go in, but we might as well pop the hood since we're here.
Did you teach Theo how to open hoods yet?
Oh, good thing that got us home safe. That's all that had us, huh? Be sure to get y'all some good Harbor Freight straps in case you need to make it home safely.
We're gonna go to O'Reilly's and we're gonna get some hood pins because this thing screams.
Hood pins. She got the flip trick, so she knows she's a performance rig.
Look at that, it's got a built-in electric flapper.
Oh,
or is it vacuum?
That's the coolest thing I think I've ever seen.
Look at that electrical.
They actually have a solenoid hooked up to the hood to flap.
Dude, this thing is everything. Nissan, it's got Japanese parts, International.
I was gonna say, that looks like the damn master cylinder I put on the Datsun.
This right here is key. How to avoid flexi hoses. Take two hoses, splice them together.
Would you prefer to see that or the flexi?
This, all day.
See, it's high-end build.
Oh, he's ready for the mud. They took the silicone, sealed up the distributor cap.
We don't really need power steering neither. Oh, yeah, she's plumb sealed up. What motor is this, Mordicus?
I believe it's a 350 Buick. Buick's got these stamped valve covers. They got these ridges here.
Orange paint.
It's
not the oldest paint neither.
It's got to have a high performance quadribog because they got the air cleaner flipped upside down for all the wah.
Yeah, so we can really just make sure it falls on its face as soon as we get in the mud. Oh yeah, pull a dipstick.
That is
real
black.
Yeah, that's like asphalt black. We could oil and chip a road with that.
Look at this though. They got a door lock knob on the end of the dipstick. I was like, is that billet? Oh no.
Dude, this thing is so bad that it's good.
It's the Ranchero Deluxe.
It is so bad that it's good. Theo is thoroughly impressed. Oh. He's like just inspecting the bottom.
Look at all the caulking. The bathroom caulking around the vacuum lines and electrical and brake, everything, literally everything is ran through that hole.
Too bad this thing ain't mustard yellow like it was from the factory. That would have been real good. Someone had to spruce her up with a red paint job. There she is. Oh. Oh. Look at the silicone around our throttle linkage as well.
Look at it, it's all ready rod. Infinite adjustment.
We're taking bets. Is it gonna be locked up or no?
Not a chance, it's good to go. Told ya. Got the Barks root beer overflow bottle.
Where's your messed up fingernail? I just seen it. Oh, yeah, we got some pretty nails going on. Yours looks like a little smoky. That thing's about gone.
That looks like a fresh overhaul on that engine.
That's what I'm saying. The paint on it don't look too bad. Spacer on the fan.
Wiggling. Walk her back. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's so loose, she ain't got no compression that we can spin it off the slipping water pump pulley. That's a good sign. She's gonna, what kind of overflow bottle we got?
Barks root beer.
Just some regular old plastic, nothing good. Yeah, I can see a little wetness in there, but she ain't full by any means. We got a clear lens on this side.
This is gonna look like brand new. Bright red. Yep.
Oh, that's good.
I told you that 400 was fresh.
Well, it's not that it's fresh, it's that it's leaking so much. You just got to keep fresh fluid in it. But, you know, I like the optimism here. Is that a custom plug? That's a stick.
Is that a wood?
someone
whittled it down, wedged it in there.
I got a vacuum leak. Don't worry, Carl. I got you. That's good. I mean, so far, I think impressed would be an understatement.
I've never seen one of these. So it's not just a spacer, it's an adapter. It goes from the small bolt pattern to the big bolt pattern on the fan.
Oh, so that's a rare bird.
You're dang right. I just doubled the value.
Because you're all about the little intricate crap like that.
Hardware. So these things were a factory, a unibody, so they had a giant strut tower right here. And that strut tower was in the way, so they chiseled it off.
Just overlay some sheet metal, self-tap it from the back, call it a day. This car in no way relied on that for strength. One good mud hole and she's gonna buckle. They put us a good sized trans cooler on the front too.
And they even looped the existing trans cooler because they didn't want it leaking, you know, because leaks are no good.
And more importantly than all of this, they actually made sure to wire up dual horns on the front, because you need to hear old Hank coming in his lifted Ranchero.
So we got a Ford solenoid up here, plus the solenoid on the starter. We got dual solenoids.
Someone stole some welding leads off the back of a rig from a parking lot to run that one from the rear.
Oh, you know it.
That's pretty hefty size there. I mean, overall, I'd probably give it a solid 11 out of 10. The white wagon wheels don't look bad. It's rusty but trusty, I guess. It's got a kind of cool look to it, and I don't know why, but yeah, it's pretty good to me. Did they do anything special on the ass end? Well, they made sure we had a chrome hitch.
Check out the
welded tube drop down. Yeah, that is solid enough. Last tagged in 97, it looks like.
She's a Longhorn.
Dang right, baby. Hey, just where else are we gonna sit off of to drink our Bud Lights?
There's not gonna be any Bud Lights between you and I, sorry.
No, not between me at all. You can have your High Life off the back. Get you the champagne and beers.
I guess we never said what year it was. It says 65 on the taillights, so that's
65.
That's what I'm going with.
I'm a fan of the taillights. They're kind of, you could tell they're coming out of the custom era with all the trim and stuff on them. Pretty snazzy.
So this is a Falcon body, and this the 64.5 Falcon's in it.
You think so? This one has a damn good look.
Oh, we talked old D&H into throwing some KC daylighters. They're even legit right there.
Yeah, legit KCs. We're like, man, we may have to find some KC lights. He's like, hold on, got some. Such as matters that rear end in there crooked. That is definitely in there crooked. No one's really surprised though. It has nothing to do with the 17 blocks stacked on one side and only 14 on the other. Another Ford around here that's built Ford tough with GM stuff. Come with a free Red Wasp. We ain't punched one of them in a while.
Yo, look out.
Yeah! We both missed them. Killer. You really got them there. All right, well, we gave her the once over. Let's get her on our rollers here and try to get her in the shop. I'm with Sir Mordecus. Once we get it on the lift, we can really see the beautifulness going on underneath there.
Let's see, maybe this will tell us. Oh yeah, there it is, 350 right there. 1971, that's like when they were still pretty respectable. Synchronized jacking, just like grade school.
We're not allowed to post synchronized jacking. This is just like them damn glass packs running true duels up front. That thing really wished it had lubrication. Let's hit her with some Aerocroil. The oil that Mortskis. That's a little better. Get in there real nice deep like, boy.
Get in there nice and deep like.
Oh yeah, that looby dooby made all the difference there. Damn!
Feel like we gotta go to like the Farm and Fleet store.
We're gonna go to Atwood's and get some welding gas.
We gotta throw our dog in the back, and we gotta go get just a load of dog food and some square bales.
We can go get some bar-ass bologna from the local grocery. It's like 49 cents for a whole pack. Made out of the highest quality ingredients around here.
So it's real good.
My buddy's dad was the like maintenance guy there, and they make hot dogs, and he made a machine to wash the ones that fail or something, so he built the wiener washer for him. It's a real story. He built the bar-ass wiener washer with his own hands. On this side, they did believe if 3 don't hold it, 5 never would have. Sounds like you just got it. Rusty lug nuts that don't want to come off. Nobody surprised. Extensions are handy, but sometimes they just rob too much power from you. You ready for the synchronized dismount?
Watch out, Theo. Coming down.
Oh, just having the front tires not on the ground made the redneck level go up like at least solid 38%.
When the tires go up, so does the quality, with a K.
And the resale value.
I feel like now is probably not the time to have your pickup parked directly behind it at the bottom of a hill.
I was just thinking that. That's probably not the best spot. On the plus side, we could use the truck to stop it from hitting that dumpster, you know.
Should we just open the door on the dumpster and just roll
right in there? You talk me into it, I'll move it.
Of course, these tires we got from D&H weren't holding air, and we weren't smart enough to air them up in the shop before we put them on. So now we're stringing out 2 miles of air line out, Theo. Pump them up. This brake over here is in fact locked up. Lucky me!
You want air down in case we need to go crawling?
You're awful brave walking underneath that thing, Theo.
Front one's got air, 20 psi each. You found the lucky stuck one, huh?
I told you there was gonna be one.
Grab it, corn fed, and just turn it. Yeah!
I didn't eat enough of them donuts this morning. Oh, look at all the hardware stacked up on them.
Well, yeah, we've got a lot of more extra threads to make up for since we didn't have our 1-inch block like we had on that side. Those ones are flush. This side, not so much.
There's more leaves on that side, too.
Oh, they must have been doing some roundy round with it, trying to load up the suspension for a turn. Look at that high-end fuel pump. Oh, AC there. Let's get to whooping on brakes, I reckon. You want me to whoop it? He loves taps. Let's see See it moved just a little on there, not a lot. Attempt number 1, fail. No!
Something bit me.
Attempt number 2, fail. We do have a permanent kink in the pry bar though. She's real good material. And it is starting to wiggle though. So we're making a little progress. We're getting real loose down there on the bottom. Well, that's why we're not too worried about jack stands, because this thing has a 14-inch lift kit, so if she drops, you're safe.
It's only 12.5 on this side though.
Luckily, high-speed reaction there rolled out of there about 14 seconds after it landed on the ground. It was like settled, high-speed roll. Right as I was getting her free. Made some big progress on that last pry. Safety first, kids. Don't do what we do. Stay in school. You too may be an engineer just hanging out with your buddies in Oklahoma.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, get real far in life.
Whoopsies.
Oh,
It's weight reduced.
my good drum.
It'll either roll or it won't.
There's some more of them dirt daubers if you want to take them home with you.
That was the problem.
Yeah, that's what had us. Shoot, straighten this, tap that, she'll run. She'll go.
Rapid pump technology. Easy on the paint.
That's a chrome bumper. We'll be all right.
So this should be a 66 to 77 Ford Bronco rear end, because only the full size Fords had 5 on 5.5 bolt pattern. All the cars were 4.5. And seeing how narrow it is, that's a pretty good 9-inch. A lot of guys put them in Model A's.
Oh,
Now you know.
rare bird. Those things are worth what we paid for the rig.
Yeah.
100%. So told you I got a good deal. See, I definitely knew all that about that rear end. That's why I bought it. The tall, skinny mud tires on this was exactly what it needed. Exactly. It's looking good. I would, just out of curiosity, love to put a tape measure from center axle tube to center axle tube on each side, just to know the out of squareness. I'm telling you, that rear end is whoop. You don't see it?
I ain't got them eagle eyes.
That's true. And y'all know there's only one vehicle around here for the job of pushing, pulling, shoving, and tugging. If we want to get her in the shop, you need to call in the tow roller. Oh, don't make me look bad in front of my friends. God bless, right after I done talked you up. Morchke's here, so your starter's gonna mess up, huh? As a betting man, it has nothing to do with this.
That hood cleared by like 3 inches.
Yeah, I judged that. I knew it'd be about right.
Eagle eyed it, gotcha.
I meant to do that. Just like I meant to
No
get.
depth perception, but totally eyeballed it.
Yeah, that's just like I meant to get that rear end from this thing. Hey, it steers. I noticed that. I mean, that's better than I thought it was gonna do.
I'm excited.
Is the steering wheel sticky?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it. Good stuff. Yeah, we're not doing so good right there. You think she had a fall a minute ago. That one ain't sitting exactly flat. There it went. Well, with her lifted a hair, we can appreciate some more of this quality. Oh, found our Schrader valve for our helpers. We got the nice hitch drop down there. Oh, there's actually 2 of them. One across there Yeah, she's solid.
Where them wasps come from?
That's the old one. Oh, another Schrader. They were all air shocks, apparently. Dual air shocks?
For all the towing capabilities.
Dang right. Pinion looks happy enough for where we're headed. There's a parking brake cable just dangling. Not seeing too much more that we didn't already see out there.
Where's your wire brush? This might tell us what gear ratio it's got.
Oh, we definitely need to know the gear ratio. Got to know if we can pull the trailer house.
325s.
Not what we were hoping for.
No, I was hoping for some 410s.
Some damn 528s.
No limited slip.
So the big lifted thing's one-wheel drive. We can take some time to appreciate the motor mounts that look like they could fall out of there at any moment with those good quality welds on it. Rag joint is not rubbing. It looked like it was a minute ago. Now, judging off how this looks, I'm sure it'll go real good and real well for us to throw a battery in here. But that's what we're gonna try. Do not forget, the red is your ground and the big black one is your positive. Nothing but the finest here. We need all the connection help we can get, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Put it on all them dry leaves, so she's ready to go. Tighten that up a hair, that's all she needs. Yeah.
No smoke yet, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Nothing but the finest quality cheater switches around here.
Well, try that push button inside.
Oh, you're aiming high. High hopes.
It's got the built-in loser switch. Ah!
The dual horns.
Remember when we were playing with the horn?
Oh, on the Model A.
Yeah. Womp womp.
That's pretty good. That way when I pass the Taco Boy, I can honk at everybody. Hey guys! So hook that there. Touch that there. Woo! Come on! Come on! Woo! She was going till that wire got hot. I ain't gonna hold that with the whole finger. She spun. She kind of sounded a little lumpy, but it also sounded like maybe like some dirt daubers was happening somewhere.
Lumpy.
Lumpy.
That's a new term for cranking an engine over.
Just smash you a quick alligator clip on there. I'm actually really surprised that carried enough power from back there through all them crappy cables and everything. Here we go.
I hear the lump now.
Yeah, lumpy. Maybe that's why they parked this beautiful piece of machinery.
Just gotta knock the lump off.
Probably just getting it running and sending it to the moon. Probably take care of what's ever going on in there.
Or it'll present itself at least.
Yeah, we'll know for sure. Sounds like this side towards the back.
See if we got oil pressure.
Ready?
Yep. R.I.P. O.J. Simpson. That glove ain't gonna fit a very big hand.
The oil pressure does complete its circuit. It's not broken that I can see. But I think if we just actually got it running and spun it a lot faster, the oil pressure will probably, that's all she needs. She's just waiting on us to give her some real RPMs. Well, we could probably throw a coil wire or a hot wire on real quick and see if we got spark. Up our coil wire there. This sides are hot. We'll go alligator clip to it. Shake on it and wiggle it. That way you get you a good clean connection. I'll knock the dust off. Woo! She's hot. She's sparking over here.
Let's take a fuel line off just in case we're pulling up some of that 1993 petroleum.
We still got our mechanical on here hooked up.
Oh yeah.
We had the electric one on the back too though, didn't we?
Yep.
Ain't no telling. She's just a pickup pump, you know. All right, here goes nothing. all the spark. She was sparking good. Just be sure to hang your wire there in the belt, you know, no big deal. This is gonna be the easiest wheel it run ever.
Don't jinx it.
Shouldn't have said that. But there, I was like, there ain't no way we're gonna get that sucker hot yet. No, she ain't even hot. We got spark, didn't even have to pop off all the ATV or RTV.
ATV?
She's an ATV, all-terrain vehicle. That's what was on my mind. I guess we could put a little bit of fuel down her and just see if she happens to bust off.
Just stocked up on fresh bottle of Mortski tears.
Mortski crybaby tears. Get it right, sir. Just put a little in her and let's see what happens here. Easy enough. Come on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, don't sound the greatest, but she's running. Did the knock go away? Oh. Yeah, baby. Well, I mean, assuming she would have stayed running, she was sounding pretty good. Rack the pipes. Gosh darn it, Earl, you flooded it. I told you 2 pumps. Woo! It sounds exactly how I wanted it to sound.
It's either got a gear drive or we got no power steering fluid.
Definitely no power steering fluid. The motor quit knocking.
Has it got oil pressure?
Yeah! We got a good 20. That's better than 0. Holy cow. This is gonna be too easy, folks. Like taking kids from their candy. I think I said that backwards. Come over here to my van, kids. The shoplifter joke. All right, at the Lone Star Roundup when we were set up there, Hot Rod was working the booth, and anyone who was there will tell you she was working that thing. She was selling, she was giving away, she was doing it all. And someone come up and asked her where her dad was, and she knew I was up at the swap meet, so she meant to say he's up there swap meeting, but she was like, he's up there shoplifting. Like, baby, don't do that no more. Y'all were hungry, okay? I had to get you something. Hey, that's impressive. I mean, I still can't get over the battery leads working that good, so.
Didn't have to clean the points. Quadrajet seems like it idles.
As we
The
squeeze,
knock went away.
as we squeeze fuel into it. I guess up next we could just maybe put a little coolant in her, or water at least. Power steering, she's trying but whining, so we may put a little in there. Before we do all that, we may just get the fuel system rigged up. I don't know. Seeing anything?
Yeah, there's some green about 2/3 of the way down.
I was gonna say, I could tell it was wet, but it was way down there. I don't have a fancy flashlight. I always lose them, so I gave up. I reckon let's get this electric fuel pump set up, see if we can't get some fuel pressure to the Quadrajet with the wooden plug and see if it likes it. Kind of curious what we're gonna find if we pop the old bore scope down the fuel filler here. See, looks like she's got some nice crusties on her, very textured. She's a little wet there-ish, so there must have been a little bit bouncing around as we drug it home yesterday. Hey, does that look good to you? Ooh, yeah. Probably not where we want our fuel coming from. Ha-ha! One in the back has fuel in it. That's good. That looks like a fuel tank to me. You think, Theo, is that gonna work? Did you happen to push a brake pedal when you've been in there at all?
I know better
Than to push a brake pedal? I don't know. This thing don't look that old. At least she ain't locked up. There definitely ain't nothing though. All right, we may go for this side. We'll have the hot electrical on that side.
We just hang her. We got all kinds of room down here. That's a real estate. Just
moon tank it off the front. I was hoping it would look cool whenever we close the hood on it. Didn't want to take away from the curb appeal this ride has.
the ambiance.
Ooh, big word.
It's French.
We don't have those down here in Oklahoma.
French?
Big words.
They tried it once. They named it Pottawatomie County. Nobody could say it, so it's just
Pot County,
Pot
baby.
County.
It's the worst that could happen.
Headlights?
We got headlights. Now we can drive it around at dark.
Oh, it's even got the full Moco on the headlight. She's OG.
You know what else we're about to do? We're about to rig a jumper wire from that horn over to that solenoid.
We got the auxiliary fuel tank over here if we need it.
Now that we got a good solid fuel tank, let's move forward. Just barely reaches. Well, it won't reach it when we put that cap back on. Hit that horn. She's pulling too much power now or what?
Try bypassing and just hooking it direct.
You didn't want to listen to honk.
No, I did not. That's why I unhooked my side.
Well, that's what's wrong with it. You unhooked it. You broke it. How does that make sense? Try to bust off. I just assumed 12 volts were feeding these, but they will not kick that in. We had them both disconnected. Hooked them back up to the horns and they worked just fine.
Number one is like barely hanging on.
Well, maybe it's just the boot slid back.
It's just a short boot. You're used to those.
Yeah, well, you know, we need to make sure everything's RTV'd and sealed up, but let's not put the boot down on it, on the spark plug itself. Tell the good people what you just discovered when tooting the horn in there, what that lever was.
It's got like a park brake or a line lock. I think you must over center this. Do something. Yeah, it's a micro brake. So it's like a hydraulic parking brake is what you're supposed to use them for, but you could use it as a line lock if you got creative.
On the front. That way we could throw a little smoke on the back. Speaking of creative, Grandma wants a rug back.
It looks like it came straight out of like a 1978 Coachman motorhome.
It's pretty good. Just get our little cheapo electric fuel pump here, nothing special. Put my fingers in the fan.
Yeah.
I'm clear. You're doing something. Well, maybe you didn't hear it in there. What are you jimmy rigging in here?
We're Warnerizing the ignition switch.
I need no stinking lock.
Nobody in their right mind would steal this thing, because
How'd you learn how to do this?
I saw it on a movie once.
From your young man days? He asked if I cared if you removed the switch, not if you butchered it. I was gonna have a key made for that.
It's not too late.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Never had one of these apart. If you can't tell.
Looks like he's got that under control in there. We'll just leave him to that. Sounds like Slick pulling up. He must want to do Papa Willie's in a Ranchero. I mean, I'm not mad at it. Buick. Is that what you determined, Mordecus?
Yeah, 71 Buick, 350.
Oh yeah, we found her. 71 right there. They were nice and used the radiator shroud or holder thingy. I just said you had a hand on it and then you asked for a slice and dice. Here goes a finger.
I'm fabricating. That's still made out of diamond?
I would definitely do anything besides clamp it in the vise that you're leaning it on. All right, we just need a little ground action. I don't know why we're going to ground it there when we could take it up to the absolute motherboard of wiring up there. What could this thing possibly need 3 circuit breakers for?
All the KC lights your heart could ever desire. And
Oh yeah, and the electronic cow scoop. Yeah. You're right. I guess they're warranted. Safety first. So look at the steering on this. Let's make sure we put a circuit breaker on our wiring. That may not tighten back up. Clear. Dang. Here, let me put a little fuel in her, see if we're getting hot coil.
Get that coil iron up?
Yeah. Go for it. Woo-hoo! Go again. Hey, go listen to them pipes. It sounds awesome.
We struck oil.
Oh, are you shooting oil?
Yeah, we soiled the carpet.
Oh man. Now we're dreaming, boys. Now we're dreaming.
Where's them adapters at?
Pretty sure they're on the Model A still. Nope. Had 2 different sets of adapters, and the ones we would need that would have actually worked on that are still on the Someday Model A. Theo, that's unfortunate, because that thing would look good on some 37s. We want only the best ground for that fuel pump.
Sure enough, make sure I have a good connection. Mashes it underneath a rusty bolt with no eyelet.
And misses where I ground. I ground over here, but it turned. Do you think it's gonna work or not?
Yes.
All right. It sounds about how that motor sounded before we got some oil going through it.
she's a little clacky.
Oh yeah, we gotta address that situation.
What? Oh yeah,
The oil
leaking
dumping on
oil.
the floor.
So it starts up there and comes to the front, right there on that thicker hose.
Yep.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
She's shielded. They did not want anything to get to it. They protected it.
Love plastic oil lines. Don't even touch it.
I was just seeing. With my fingers.
Dude, don't you, you're not supposed to tickle anybody else's hose. You know that, right?
I like to touch them with my dirty fingernails.
Oh, wow. Hey, if we get this thing to do a donut and ramp that hill, do we make a picture of it and hang it up next to the Someday Model A?
We'll have like Bill underneath it.
It's catching air at some point today.
The Someday Model A was a lot more stuck and a lot more challenging to get running than this.
Nice. Is it one of these ignition?
No. We should have made it long enough to reach the damn circuit breaker panel back there. One of them is sure to be 12-volt key. On. I don't get nothing out the coil now, voltage-wise. Ignition's on. Second ago, she was trying to power the fuel pump, but it sounded really weak versus the super chug. You gotta be careful trying to share voltage with your coil. It'll either drop too much voltage from your coil and then it won't want to fire good, or you won't chug your fuel pump hard enough and you won't be getting fuel. Sometimes you can share off there, other times you can't.
Sharing is caring.
He said it's on right now, right?
Yeah.
It ain't even trying. It was a second ago.
Well, it's going through a ballast resistor, so it should only be like 9-10 volts.
Yeah, not enough.
Try it up there, see if that's getting voltage up there.
Up where?
That ballast resistor.
Trying to track that away, but I guess we'll go back this way. Reach! Tiptoe! Tiptoe! Better be happy them 37s ain't on here. We're ready to go down to Texas. There we go. That's a solid chug. Gonna go to the rednecks with paychecks. Show them how it's done. We got 325 open diff in the rear. Both two drive shaft. Move your ass. We're about to get through that puddle. It's just a pond.
325 325 coming alive.
That thing has good voltage there. They use that big wire. She's only leaking a lot of bit. Gas is good for cleaning old chrome bumpers. Like these, because you got a sight glass on the side. That way you know how full you are.
Let's fill up that quadrajet.
You got a fuel pump that'd do it for you.
I don't trust your work.
But you're right, we should definitely just spray fuel all over the
Yeah.
top. That way if she catches on fire, we lose it all. All right, let's see. Sounds like she's getting some fuel. Oh, we're leaking. You shouldn't have trusted my work like you said.
Should we tighten that line up?
Maybe a crank or two wouldn't hurt nothing.
4, 6.
I don't know if we're leaking out of the top because someone sprayed fuel all over it. Oh, we're pumping. She's gonna go. Let me get down. Go ahead. She's idling. Dang right. Woo! Oh, quadrajet's good. You like that?
That sounds.
It sounds good.
It sounds awesome.
Hey, go rev it up for me.
My pleasure.
Hey, Mortsky, rack the pipes. It sounds a little perfect for this look. We need to grow long hair like instantly.
I feel like tearing my sleeves off right now.
Theo, it's running. This is the part where we're happy, dude. Sounds like a supercharger. I like it. A lot. Yeah, that's a lot. All I did was touch the ignition and it died, so.
Yeah, we need an ignition switch.
You got the nice, you got her up to date. Everything's touch nowadays. Little touch, whatever. Touch screen, touch to turn off. Is that fuel pump chugging?
Yeah.
Did you think about getting any maybe in the power steering pump itself?
I didn't even miss the funnel. I gave it all to it.
It's all right. It just matches our carpet in there. All right, so what are we gonna do about the leaky oil hose going up there? We could just cut it up there and pinch it off and tape it. Probably not. I'd lay down there, but there's power steering fluid everywhere. I was gonna lay down there and see what we needed, but I'm actually fairly certain I just used the last 1/8 inch one the other day. Are you girls talking about safety features?
When this thing's 3 foot in the air, yeah, I might want safety feature.
If we get this thing 3 foot in the air, the only safety feature we need is 1/2 inch plate on the floorboard to keep those springs from going through us. You don't want your spring to get sprung, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Horn works. What we got going on there? Mordicus, are you doing a little converting? Do you have the new switch? Where is she? We got a universal, only issue being she's a
3/8
spade
socket ratchet.
spade style one they had put up in there as eyelet. Is this gonna go up in there though? Back in the dash, you reckon?
Ain't my problem.
That's true. Appreciate it.
As long as it's out of the way of the gas pedal.
If we were real men, we'd be hooking up the coil, the fuel pump, and the starter to all them LED toggles.
You think they're LEDs?
Sure.
I feel like LEDs in 1993.
That's true. You know
Where
what
were
I
you
meant,
guys
though.
in 1993?
I was in the womb.
Exactly.
2 years old? I was probably at work already.
Child labor laws weren't a thing in Oklahoma.
No.
Not when Jimmy Warner was your dad.
Not me.
That garden wasn't gonna till itself. And besides that, got us a plug here too from the local hardware. I'll sing you a sad country song. Speaking of Dad, Did you hear us talking about you or what?
Well, why are y'all talking about me? I got my cameras and microphone on in there, so yeah.
Well, they were talking about what we were doing when I was 2 years old. I said I probably just got home from working full time.
Yep. Damn straight.
I don't know how crazy you want to get with this. I prefer the eyelets over the spades. You know, when we send her over I-40, it might want to fall off these spades, but.
Well, we tape her up real good and plug her up in the hole. She'll be good to go. Is she firing up now?
Was there ever any doubt? Come on now.
There goes the oil. That's the rust preventative soaking into the floor there. All right, let's try to fix that. This thing fires up better than the wagon.
Idles too. Really good.
She's good. Theo, could you picture riding in this thing? We're gonna have to take his bow tie off and get him some spikes. That way he matches. All right, let's look up here. Oh, we didn't even need an 1/8 inch plug because that goes from 3/8 to 1/4 to 1/8 inch. We could have got away with a 3/8. Good thing we went and got the 1/8 inch.
I can string some wire for these bad girls.
Are you on a light mission?
I'm on a light mission. Just in case we need to do some night drive with no brakes.
Light duty.
This thing's looking pretty good minus the fuel tank. What kind of press hand is that?
Hot girl summer hand.
Let's just snip that. Not sure the old black oil's feeding from. Oh! It's been in there a minute.
You know what we should have done? Been really redneck and just like take the pliers and heat it up and just pinch that stuff up just to see.
Just melt it.
The plastic?
Yeah.
She's so brittle she probably wouldn't have.
Oh, you get it hot enough, it'll melt.
Why are y'all trying to make this thing redneck? It's good. It don't need y'all's help.
Have you seen it?
Have you heard it? Why would you change the exhaust? She sounds
You're
beautiful.
not wrong. That is the best part of this whole thing is the exhaust.
Can somebody get me? Never mind. I can do it. I don't need no stinking help. You got the ratcheting wrenches?
Yeah.
7/16. All right. There's some oil behind there. You want to keep your wrenches lubricated.
Good guess on the 1/8 inch.
Yeah, there is a bushing in there that goes to 1/4.
Oh.
A win's a win. We'll take it. Surely there has to be wiring back there from one of those switches. Everything. The amount of wiring to the firewall, there's wire running to the back somewhere. There has to be a wire.
Oh, there's a hole through the roof we could run it through. So.
Yeah.
Yellow.
All right. Get her started there. Yeah. Don't talk about my wheel selection. It's nothing but the best. I hope you like white steelies. That's all we have.
We got steelies in any color, as long as you like white.
What other color do you even put on steelies? Black when you got a Model A. Yeah. We'll call that good. It'll hold or it won't. How's it feel to stand in the bed of that thing?
I feel like I need to have one hand hanging on this roll bar. And
Oh, yeah.
In the air.
Oh, yeah. Right on in there.
I wonder if the license plates, personalized license plates, say "Yeehaw" are available.
Right now it's VGJ.
Very good junk.
She is very good. A little pressure washing and teener sauce on this and should be golden.
Pretty cool patina.
You need to get puddins.fab.shop flags. Just have one. Just
Ripping.
hanging off the back. Oh, those big light up whips like we saw in Austin. Just
No, absolutely not. Getting too deep up there for me. We are gonna ditch this since we've got a nice little ignition now. And we definitely wanna fill up the radiator. You didn't find no wire feeding up through the bed there?
No, we must have skipped that.
Huh. I would have bet money on it. Why does Croyle smell so good? Do you like the smell or no? Oh, that's how you get your ladies.
Doesn't work, but
I keep trying anyhow. That's how I get my warmers. Woolmers likes that mess.
Likes that mess. I sound just like you.
Yeah. Woolmers likes that mess. Hey, I picture unknown Henson driving this thing. I mean, we know he'd have a Cadillac car because that's his favorite, but still, he would drive this and be proud. How much you gonna hold, Mortsky? Placing bets.
I say 2.5 gallons.
2.5? She does got that old thick radiator. Sounds like damn Theo drinking out the bowl.
Give me some of that.
Dad, are you licking that up there? Let me lick it. Ooh, we're pretty close to the top there. She's got a few floaters in her, but don't worry about that.
Floaters?
There's floaters in there.
What did you say when the engine was turning over before you got here?
It got it was,
Oh, a little lumpy.
yeah, it
Sounds a little lumpy.
Did it not? Was that an accurate description or no?
It went away.
She's definitely had some calcium buildup in her. I can see straight down in there. White chunks. Filling it up with this hard water will definitely help. It's pretty full. Full enough for now. I ain't got a bit of brakes, but here we are.
Got them cases.
But we'll be able to see what we're just about to run into.
That's a fact. We just need to be able to see which way is the creek where we know which way to head to stop. Because if we smack that front axle is coming out from underneath it for certain. Bill, the dream team's finally together. We've been waiting on you. You like it? Mm-hmm. Would you haul your old dirt bikes in the back across the desert?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I picture as you in this. You think you can help us get it running? Maybe.
What's wrong with it?
If we knew what was wrong with it.
Gas in it.
No, she runs. She had spark. We basically threw a battery and put some gas in it. What motor's that, Bill?
That's not the one that's supposed to be in it. I'd say some of that probably could be your problem there on the firewall. You got spark to it?
Yeah, no, it runs. I was just messing with you.
What the hell is that? Buick Oldsmobile?
Buick
Buick, yeah.
is what Mortsky said. Right here, look, they use the top of this. It tells you it's a 71 right there. 350. Yeah, that's from whatever their donor was.
That's kind of cool that they brought that.
Did you do a couple rips before you came over?
Yeah, I didn't have no idea what the hell you guys were up to. I figured when you said Morsky, I was like, oh, he's got that piece of shit blower motor with him.
Hey.
So it's just a 350 Buick?
Yeah, she runs good, so don't talk bad about it.
Did you see our functional cowl induction?
No, I started to when I seen that quadra jump sitting up there. I was like going, oh, this is a Ford. Somebody getting weird.
Look at that.
They robbed that off the Ford too, something. Wasn't this thing. That's cool how they cut that open. Well, they put the little solenoid thing in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they getting clever here.
Oh.
Cool body style.
I think we got a buyer.
You got a moonroof with it, Bill. You can just go right there and look straight up through, see daylight. It's always a good sign.
Yeah, at least they didn't hack a hole for a moonroof in it and silicone that in place.
Terrible.
No, instead they just blew a hole through it. That's fine. All right. We are sitting good underneath here. Finally, about 2 gallons made it happy. 2 gallons. Yeah, you're close. Where'd we put our breather?
Air cleaner?
Yeah.
In the bed.
I think we know where this chrome breather I've been storing belongs.
You ain't gonna ruin this thing by putting a chrome air breather on it.
Yeah, ruin it. This matches those lights y'all just installed.
Yeah, you're not wrong. We gotta put the foam wraparound that goes on it, to keep all the dirt out of it.
Yeah, there you go.
Main reason I did it was about 14 times lighter than the factory one. With the big old snorkel and
First time we
everything.
hit the swamp.
She looks good for now though.
You mean the pond?
If we're gonna go through the pond, she's gonna need to have the real drive
There's gonna be
shaft.
turtles
So you
just
got,
camping out on
it's
that.
got spark to it?
Yeah. It runs.
Go hit the key, Bill.
Will it run?
That's the title.
Give me ideas now. Oh, yeah.
We don't want any of that rat poop getting sucked up to the quadribog.
Keep her on the primaries.
Is the battery unhooked? Oh, half the wiring popped off. For one. Was the white power?
No, the blue one, I think. Yeah, the one, that short one on the right is your power. Yep.
That thing buzzed right off. She is good. It responds so good.
What about having a good?
This is nothing short of impressive. Her spade connectors keep popping off, so she's getting the electrical tape special here. So maybe Mortsky can learn y'all some stuff about that motor he just looked at.
What are we looking at, Mortsky? What kind of horsepower?
Big numbers.
375 foot-pounds of torque and 285 horsepower.
She's a runner.
Yeah.
Y'all clear?
Yep. Starts better than our wagons.
It does. It's kind of ridiculous. When was it last tag? 93, you said?
31 years.
That's crazy. So I told him he has the longhorn horns on the front of it because it's got it on the back.
Must have been out of Texas.
They gonna work, buddy?
We're going legit.
Dang!
Give me some channel locks. We'll be in good shape.
I'll grab you some. Let's see if the flapper works.
No flappage.
Dang it.
I'm sure it can't be that
Yeah.
ground wire that's grounding through these rusty hood hinges either.
Stand by.
Fix it, the man says.
Tried to tighten our ignition up in the dash, and it just ain't quite tight enough to keep her from spinning. So we're gonna kind of check here, figure out her size, about 7/8-ish. I'm gonna trace that over there and grind her out. I'm gonna hit her with the old carbide there and just waller her out.
Run it over to the nice ground over there. We know that's a known good ground.
Is this gasoline it stays in?
It'll be fine.
That's what's giving it a good ground.
Gasoline, it's a good parts cleaner, so it should be good for cleaning grounds.
Oh!
Yeah! So great!
You know, we need to wire to a full throttle switch. So
Yeah! The kick down?
Yep.
Please run that
And it's
through.
a 400, so it should have an electronic kick down, so we can just wire it up to that.
We could.
Or at least get it to one of the toggles on the dash where when we're giving it hell, we can just flick and give her all the air.
Lower it down just a little and look at the backside.
Oh, you don't just lower this down a little.
Yeah, we forgot to order the hood pins too. Hold on, let's coil it up.
Rusty.
That's awesome. That makes the car better for sure.
The car didn't need much help.
Yeah.
See, that's why you spend your money on a professional built car like this.
It comes with all the high-tech features.
Let's see you do that in your late model Subaru.
Leave Nathan alone. Hey, get the back one.
He's so tired of our jokes.
Between the Subaru jokes and the short shorts.
Yeah.
He'll be all right though.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
It's not much, but it's enough.
just enough. Just what she's gonna need to blow your doors clean off. Just that little,
Wood screws, 'cause I'm about to blow your doors off.
just enough little extra air.
Oh my gosh.
It's awesome.
It's great. That is so great.
For the
Like, that is the best part of this whole thing.
Y'all don't have rigs like this in North Dakota?
No, we're not that cool.
You heard it here first, folks. So, we got that one documented. Oh,
My wife can wear those. She's got little tiny hands.
young Michael. Hey, you gonna be a pal and coil them hinges? I think she could use all the help she can get.
We got first aid. It came with it.
We're gonna need it. Oh, it's stuck again, Slick. Perfect.
Go up with it when you do it. It locks.
Oh, it's another built-in safety feature. Got it.
It's gonna
This
be
is like, what's that Death Race? No, Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Where he has the supercharger on the switch.
We're gonna have
That's practically what we have going on here.
Slick in the back, just spitting nitromethane out of his mouth down into that hole.
Yeah.
That means you're gonna be in leather strapped to the front like Mad Max.
The ball gag.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Are y'all using proper colors? Don't forget on this rig, grounds are red and
Moth is black.
yeah. Yeah, don't swap the battery leads on the back to look correct because we'll be in bad shape. Everything will go and blow.
Used to doing AC. Who wired it was AC guy.
Yeah, I think it was just the matter of what they had
I
lying
don't
around.
think the guy who wired it had a trade. He wasn't an electrician or a welder.
He's a damn Oklahoma MacGyver. We'll give him that. Are you bringing that here to share my ground?
So if it dies, we'll be able to hit the switch and know if we still got ground to the fuel pump.
Smart man.
You heard it here, folks.
He's a smart guy. Do we want to put brake fluid in there and just try sense?
Well, obvious. Yeah, clearly.
I did push on the pedal and it was free. That's better than most of the ones I have. I have real bad lucks with the brakes.
That El Camino is smooth locked up.
I know we got brake fluid because I just had to get this to make it home in the Travelall. If y'all ain't seen the car show video, we may have lost a brake line.
On the travel, I lost the brake line again.
Yeah, rear one.
Bill, don't you watch the videos?
No.
Do you know what YouTube is?
He don't even know his I had like probably 25 to 30 people ask me where Bill was.
Out there?
Everyone wanted to know where Bill was. How come he stayed home? You're a legend, Bill.
And how long a drive is it? 6 hours?
Yeah, not too bad.
Plus you take the scenic route through downtown.
Hey, what about
Fort
the
Worth.
Yeah. Next to
The rears,
Boost mobile.
the rear stuff's ripped off on the one side, so we're not too worried about it right now.
Okay, put some more in there. You're going down.
Oh, is it dropping?
Yep.
Self-bleeding brakes?
Yeah.
Where's it coming out at? In the floorboard at our line lock? We don't want to drop this brake fluid and mess up any of our quality paint here. Be real careful. Yeah. Where is the bleeder? Should be right there between them two nuts. There's just what's barely left of a nipple of a sort there.
Maybe we could put a little locking pliers on it. Maybe it'll come out, but
What in the world?
I wouldn't hold my breath. You got the same thing over there?
I don't know. Let me move off. No, this side's got a bleeder. That side's just broken off. Not sure what we got going on here. It looks like there's a hole in the center of that. I thought it may have been 1/4 inch, but 1/4 inch, that's 9/32. 1/4 inch is even too big. Surely that's the bleeder. How's the locking pliers treating you?
Not so good.
Sneezy.
I'm allergic to work, like you said earlier.
Well, I ran the locking pliers on that one. Still ain't got it freed up. Yeah. I don't know, getting brakes is gonna be so quick and easy. I think we'd be tearing into them to get them going. Do we really need them? You don't need brakes to go. You just need them to stop.
Quit.
To quit, that's the attitude, Bill.
Brakes are for quitters. Put that on a decal.
Yeah, not really, because that one's could be forward 1/2 inch. Steer towards the right, Bill. I'll eagle eye it. The steering wheel.
What about the ignition column?
Right in there. It's a little straighter. You're pretty good there. We'll be good enough.
110.
110 even?
Yep.
122.
When you can't, 122. When you can't get brakes, just worry about how square your axles are.
111 1/4.
111 1/4. I told you they were in there crooked from the moment I laid eyes on it. Only 1 1/4 inch, which by the time you split one and whatever, that's really only
3/4 of an
yeah, 3/4 of an inch-ish.
We'll still jump it.
Oh, she'll still ramp.
Will it ramp?
Bill, this side has like 4 lift blocks and this side only has 3.
So what do you The rear end's crooked.
It looks crooked to me, don't it, to you?
Yeah, this wheel looks like it's pointing off
Yeah.
this way.
You think it's gonna drive like this?
Yeah, a dog walk like a... Oh yeah, you can see that one's going that way too.
Just some basic stuff here. We're just trying to see which one is 12 volt key there or green wire. We just need to know where to feed some wires up to our toggle switches. Just real important stuff.
I just put fresh wires on it. I don't know where those go.
Yeah, yeah, it's got the wrong fit.
If you solder them, it'll hold, but if you don't solder it, it'll go out eventually. But
doing a little hogging.
Yeah, when I get done, will you grab it for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Should be nice and cool. Go find the quench bucket. Ow! Oh! Ow! Ranchero wins that battle. Oh my goodness. I just knocked my knee on that edge. Made my stomach hurt. Ooh. Got it good. I can feel my heart beating in my kneecap, if that tells you anything. Oh. Here I am trying to be good to you. Trying to take me out. If you find that with your knee, you'll know it. About made me cry.
find this with your knee too.
Oh, thought that was for our dump bed. All right, pop the switch back in. Switch is good.
Give her the old test.
Before we hog her up, or
Oh yes. Perfect.
I had to rewire our thing to add our wire in to feed that, but that was worth it. All right, let
You
me
only
get this.
turn that on when you got it, when you're catching air.
Oh yeah. When I'm blowing the doors off your hot rod.
Woo!
She closes good. Oh, thanks, Slick. I was gonna say, was this like Pot County Legend? It should. I ain't had to wear one of these since elementary. She fits like a charm. Well, we ain't got no seatbelt, so
Looks
it's the
like
next,
you lick windows.
next safest thing.
We ain't checked the tranny yet.
We're about to.
Did you pinch the fuel line when you shut the hood?
No.
Oh, she's moving.
Are we gonna take the lights off?
Oh.
Power steering works like a charm.
Was there ever any doubt? How are the brakes?
Non-existent.
No, it's a one-wheel peel we checked. Yeah, that is not enough tire for that Buick.
This thing is too good.
I think we just roll it right back in and weld that diff right now.
Just get it.
Lincoln locker.
It steers like incredibly good. That I was not expecting.
I don't know why it would with all that geometry and angle iron and...
They really work. It responds good. Like the carburetor is like really good.
It backfires. That brake drum should probably not be in the back.
More speed. Can't even tell if it tried. No. I ain't gonna be able to.
It's got too much suspension. It's too soft. It's basically like a
Something happened.
oh, we got some spillage. Coolant.
Oh man.
Oh
We're
man.
just starting to get rowdy.
She's just warm. Can somebody else get their finger in there? It won't quite.
Oh, it's because I never turned our scoop on here. Let me let the heat out. There we go. She's sure to cool now.
Yeah, I just didn't want to.
Where's she leaking?
Right here.
In the radiator.
Oh, she's peeing good.
Yep.
Dang it. She ain't hot yet, though.
Did the fan get it?
No, that's probably why it was that low when we started.
Well, no, if it was that low, it would have peed all over there because she's been holding for a while.
No, I think we nicked it with the fan.
Can't imagine why.
You think it flexes when it goes over bumps and such?
Yeah.
Dang it. So what do you think?
Better cool down. Go again.
She ain't even hot yet.
Is there a radiator in that C10? Oh, what do you got for radiators sitting up there?
There's a C10 one for sure sitting there. I don't know if it's any good, but it's got to be better than this one at this point. I could take her around. We could hit it with speed one more time.
Yeah.
And then take her up towards the shop.
That ain't warm yet.
What do you think of that, Theo? You didn't think she was gonna go. It responds like really good. I know I said that and then it backfired, but like driving it, if you had brakes, it would be like really, really good. It's not hard to drive. You're not like fighting it and crap. It goes where you tell it to go.
It was well planned.
Whoever did it was a damn genius.
Can you feel it in the back being off?
No? Not when you keep it
Not when
floored.
you're going sideways.
Not when you keep it floored everywhere.
Sounds like
We got the scoop on. She'll go.
Are we out of gas? No, it's going.
running.
Okay, let it run for a minute. Okay, now try it.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, we got fuel. Floor, just hit it. Crank it. Oh no, it's RTV'd up. There's no way that could.
Hold on.
Crank it. Again. Yeah, points must have got wet.
Can imagine how it got wet. You get the cobwebs out there.
Right.
Holy cow. Well, it got lucky from the start anyhow. Points don't look that bad. They're pretty clean as far as the full set of points. That don't mean our contacts are good by any means. Got one clean screw on the rotor cap, one rusty one. We didn't have no spark, huh? Yeah, one spark out of all that. Wonder if we have good voltage going to our coil. What about that? What about that being soaked? Because it definitely is. I mean, I don't know. Small chance. Crazier things have happened. Like points leaving us on the side of the road in Fort Worth. No, don't sound familiar. Oh yeah. It definitely cannot be our distributor wire that needs the fire being in all this dirt that is soaked all the way down to our coil. That cannot be it at all. Someone dumped the key. Nope. I think it's that being soaked. All them extra strands are in that dirt.
In the dirt.
It'll ground through dirt.
Yeah.
I've seen that. You don't believe me?
Must be that red dirt.
Yeah, that good Oklahoma red dirt. Go again, Slick. Not the best, but it is sparking. Maybe it'll be enough to fire it up. So it's got a little power to her. Hold that and we'll crank it. You can tell us if it's sparking.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. We bragged on you too much. Then we had to go slap a fan in the radiator and lose our ignition. Water will get you. Me and four-wheel drives and water in this general area just do not do well. Nope. Well, we kind of piddle with them a little bit, but I think we may just give her the push of shame up to the shop. Yeah, the radiator will get you. They're not meant to play patty cake with a spinning fan.
It's that Flexo that gets you every time.
I think we need to swap that C10 radiator I got, and then we can suck it that away. We can maybe do a little better than what they did. That's a small fan pattern, so that 283 fan I have work.
Yeah, should.
We could take that adapter off and just put that little 4-blade to move a little bit of air too. we have options. One other option we'd like to look into is try to figure out if we can get any wheel cylinders for the front of this. If I was a betting man, I'd say no, but we may make a call anyhow. It would be cool to get at least some front brakes on it. And then, sure would be fun if that rear end was solid, where we weren't just spinning one tire fire.
I just welded up in the back. Otherwise, you have to play around with gear ratios, lash them back up. Because the one I got, I took it all apart. Was after the pumpkin part.
I don't think we're worried about setting backlash.
Yeah.
Not for what we're doing. Especially if it's borrowed parts from you.
Nothing but the best for this thing. Come on. You want to go for a lap?
Hell yeah.
Ride's rough, but not like.
It's not smooth.
It's not as rough as I thought it was going to be, actually.
It does have 6 shocks.
You like smacking hills going fast?
I guess we're finding out. As Bill walks.
Bill!
Get out! Oh yeah, I don't even. It's because it's got all that travel in the suspension. Oh no.
We just probably smacked the. Hold on. It let the smoke out. There we go. Just let her on out, baby. Oh, we're slick with the tow roller when you need them.
He's jumping in. Pardon me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
May we bug you for a push? She wants to run.
What happens when you pump it? Theo's like, what's going on out here?
I ain't seen you boys get rowdy like this yet. Push is shame, Theo.
The good news is that ball hitch lines up perfectly with the top of the radiator.
Like toes like a champion. Keep going.
Don't quit now! Send it! You forgot your tire.
Not bad for a first lap, I reckon. The fan was a bit disappointing. The Torolla was not. She just shoved us from way out there, uphill, both ways, in snow.
And so,
Sub-freezing temperatures. She does it all. She is the actual Pop County monster, the Torolla. Careful with the tires, Slick.
Well, it's official. We got engine oil, ATF, and coolant on the floor. We just need to get some brake fluid now.
We've confirmed that leak's a leak.
Yeah, that hood latch needs a little work. Got it.
Did we smack the radiator again?
probably.
Good thing you don't have any meth heads around here.
Just boot laying right there, nice and green.
Oh, that's, you know it's good.
I mean, we can go fill it up, see if it leaks any. It ain't gonna leak more than that one.
It's got the Go Fast cap on it. Pew.
It'll work or it won't.
It matches the hood scoop.
It's been laying right here waiting for someone who really needed it.
I'm glad you had it just laying here so I recognized it. I was gonna take it home with me when I went home. Gotta pay for all that fuel to get here somehow.
4 miles to the gallon ain't good in your old rig?
No.
Drop something? Like, or was that already there? Is that just falling out of the...
That just fell out. The brakes on this side are...
They were adjusted out. They were about due for some servicing.
Is it free?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's ready to go.
Ready for a rebuild.
We should just put the radiator in the back. Just put some electric fans on it because this thing is just an electrical nightmare already. We got spare switches.
It'll only get up to 210 with no water. Imagine when we get some water in it. 210's pretty cool. It only hit 220 after it died and had the chance to creep again. So I'm a radiator half full kind of guy. I'm being optimistic here.
I'm not.
She's gonna be fine, Slick. There's one thing we can do. It's certainly swap the C10 radiator better than this was put in. That's a thick mama though. Hey Slick, you know them little special cone-headed bolts for the Model A?
Yeah.
That we were looking for?
You find them?
I just found one outside laying on the sidewalk. I don't know how it got there. Surely wasn't me.
Theo?
We're gonna blame him. He looks real guilty. Guilty of being lazy. Turns out there wasn't a whole lot to leak out of there. Quick change for the desert races.
Oh, they're Allen bolts. Son of a biscuit.
What's wrong with that? Let's just set the new one in and see if we can make it clear. I mean, having a fan on it would be cool. I know y'all's the drag racers and one pass and she'll cool off after.
Robbing horsepowers.
This thing's got enough torque. We'll be all right. We figure out how to secure that a little better, and that should not be hitting.
Ratchet straps.
Bring this up.
One there.
Zip ties. Right there. Right there.
So we can mess up another.
No, we just got to get the bottom sucked over.
I think we take the fan off.
No. How many factory vehicles run around with no fans?
You gonna take this?
What about this thing is factory?
Yeah, when are you gonna
My
take
point is, all you got to do is make it where it don't hit it.
So
There's a
Don't-
fistful of room in there.
don't jump it? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying secure it where we can jump it with the fan.
Ratchet straps.
It'll work. I'm with you.
Okay.
Can't you just
Get out of here. Here's what we got to do, folks. Oops. Let me grab that Slick. That sucker's all there to one hand. They did set these down there. Just pull those.
use that one?
Set those down there because they were sliding around everywhere. We put one self-tapper in it. Put the rubber back in. We should be good to go. We're not even going to need those, I don't think. Didn't like that side near as much. Oh, they plated this side up for a gearbox mount. That's what's going on there. Ain't got a self-tapper, so I'm drilling us a hole, then we'll just sheet metal screw it. We can find that hole through all the mud. That broke. Yep, we were doing good until we weren't.
It's a dowel screw now.
Yep, I got one there, and then that one snapped off, but the head snapped and the shank stayed, so it's in there. Now, let's drop the radiator in and see if the bottom hugs. Let's do that rubber. And
What about these big things?
oh, hell with those. That's why they're sliding. Do those give you the confidence? Does me, because I can't hardly move the dang thing.
Welcome to Oklahoma pollen.
Poor dude's been sneezing all morning.
Everything's blooming out there. Everything. We got our trophy truck tie downs. Secure.
100-mile-an-hour tide.
Guaranteed.
Can we just throw this in the bed so it bounces around like everything else?
Yeah, after you drain all the water, of course.
Only one problem. She holds great. We just can't fill it.
Can't get the cap off.
Can't get the cap off. We may be able to with enough hands on deck. She ain't gonna shake into the fan like the last one, I don't believe, though. That whole bottom could slide back earlier, not now.
So our normal sheet guy is on vacation over here. We got Morski doing sheet metal.
Yeah, that's what we want. The cap just don't come off. Oh gosh. Just rip the tank off.
The neck right off of it.
What kind of witchcraft
Gotta
is
turn
that?
it all the way.
Did you get all the hoses on Slick? Yep. I mean, she ain't terrible. That's some good looking stuff coming out of there.
It's got a restrictor plate. That's full.
She's full for now till we start it. Fire up, Slick. She's gonna run like a champ. ready to eat again. Unfortunately though, I've got to take Mama somewhere tonight. We got a hot date, okay? And the boys, they got a date planned to go look at some old cars with Mortski Slick does. So we're gonna have to get back on this thing in the morning. What a trooper. Good morning, folks. All right, we messed with this on Tuesday. It is now Friday. We went up on Wednesday to Old Truck Guy's place in Norman. So Mordecus and I, we did a walk around and a wheel it run. Those will both be on his channel. One should have come out today, the same day this video came out. So if you want to see that, be sure to hop over Mortski Repair, see that one. And then yesterday we boogied down to the swap meet in Fort Worth. Pate is a very big event. That'll be a video coming out on my second channel this week. Yeah, I think I'm doing the math right. So with all that being said, we are back on the Ranchero. We did get it running and driving. I cleaned up shop a little bit. There's a massive puddle there, and then we pushed her forward for the night because we got storms coming in. Now there's a massive puddle here, and now we know why the power steering fluid was on 0, because she leaks out everywhere. A little quick detective work and kind of feeling around, touching on your lines. It don't take long to find the leak, and it is on the return. The hose, I got a hold of it, it just kind of wiggled, so I think we just have 0 clamping pressure.
I think it is one of those
crimps. Yeah, it feels like a crimp, so we can't tighten it. We're gonna have to, well, if it was a hose clamp, the rednecks on this surely would have tightened it. They cut no corners.
Or clamps.
Or clamps. Well, maybe we can get the crimp off and get a hose clamp on. To let this thing sit for a few days and come back to only power steering leaks, it's pretty impressive, actually.
The good news is the transfer case didn't leak.
Well, neither did our master cylinder that has no fluid in it.
I was gonna say, we don't know if there's any oil in the diffs either.
At least the radiator held is what I was getting at. We didn't have no massive oil leaks, so our plug job down there held up. So we're gonna first get going on that, and then I did get some brake parts. I don't know if we have the right stuff, but we may take a stab at the front ones. This thing would be a whole lot funner to drive if you could stop it on purpose. You're gonna buy me tools again? That's why I like it when you come down. You're like, how come you don't have proper tools? I'm like, I don't get them unless you leave.
What's your quote over there? Just because we have proper tools doesn't mean we have to use tools proper.
I don't even remember saying that, but someone said I said it and sent it to me.
They're not wrong.
Well, it sounds like something I would say. I'm sure it's in the video somewhere. Luckily, this thing's just real easy to get to underneath there, it looks like.
A lot of real estate.
Oh. Did you lose a knuckle?
Good thing we got 9 more. Should we put a drip pan down there so we don't have to clean up that mess on the floor again?
I'm good at cleaning messes.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've seen a single drain pan around here. No, there was one that we had to move out of the way when we moved this.
All right, I think we're in one of them situations where 1,000 baby turns will get us. Was she smoking the other day? Like engine smoke? Or did she clear up?
This thing was good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it cleared up. The one cell phone video I seen.
We should just cut out some more inner fender to get some access to this.
Yeah. Give up the last of her structure.
Yep, there she is. Oh. Yeah, I don't think a fresh clamp is gonna fix it. Maybe try to shorten it up.
If we can give her the snippings. I may have some. Where my hose at? Not looking good for power steering. Or is it? Is today our lucky day?
Does it say fuel on it?
Nope.
Caution, do not stretch.
It's 11:16 or 11:30 seconds. So I don't even think they make fuel in that. I don't know if it's power steering stuff, but I'm pretty sure I used it on my last. Well,
it'll work as long as we need it to.
Yeah. Let's get the snippers.
I think just take a 4.5-inch angle grinder and just nip that one because you can't get at it.
Oh yeah.
That's nice. You got a real good side cutter.
I don't need the side cutter to be that good. I need the hoses to be that bad that it'll just push in there. All right, side cutters ain't gonna do the job. Grinders around motors go well for me. Yeah.
was hoping that was your elbow bashing a hood hinge.
No, luckily it was just me dragging that nail right there across that fender well.
Guess we're not gonna save that hose clamp.
I think we're gonna have to replace it at this point.
Really blowing the budget on this thing.
That's how much we need. Got the old curve built in. Well, I gotta wear the slice and dice shirt to make power steering hoses with an angle grinder. There's no other way. We're happy that's not rednecked up. Little lines like that, when they get boogered up and whatever, that's not the funnest thing.
Funnest thing.
Fun.
This thing is
just shut up and cut it.
This thing is such a great fabrication tool. You can make hoses, you can ruin hoses.
Custom wheel or locking key ignition. Maybe I'll wake up in a minute, maybe not.
I get what you're putting down.
Yeah. We used up all of our size 4s, so we'll just go for a size 6 and really clamp it down. It'll match the quality.
We should not have wiped that power steering fluid off. That would have been some great lubricant for assembling this tube line onto this hose. And we just got to tighten her up and throw some power steering juice in there, or ATF, because that's what we do around here. And we'll be leak free until we get to the brakes. Trying to get this thing started here, and it ain't going so hot. And I feel like the reason the hose rubbed through is because the way this thing's directed. So you got your tubing straightener around here somewhere?
We need to straighten it or give her more bend.
Straighten it. That is some tough stuff. Would have been a great time to put it in the vise.
I got the tubing straightener right here. Let me clean it off for you. Full automated.
Look at that.
I like how it's just like, luckily these things weren't all boogered and rednecked up as we knock holes in it in the vise.
Great.
Is that
Perfect.
Did she crack?
No.
She'll be all right. She may not flow, but she won't leak.
Oh, look at that. It slid on better now. That's how much happier it is.
It wants to go home.
And that's stripped out now. Perfect.
Theo, tighten that up for us. We'll see if we got any left. She's probably pretty empty. Yep. Bone dry. Got our dollar store ATF here. Good thing that drain pin's underneath there because I may have just overflowed it.
I just see it's not just me. Does that drum just slide right off then?
Sure.
You're the international guy.
I don't know. If you want to know how to do international brakes, you get the cutting torch out and you just strip the whole front end off and put something updated underneath there. That's how I usually do it.
That steering arm ain't even spliced. They just braced it up with that angle iron. The safety. I fully expected it to be cut and spliced.
It's not, yeah, it's just a guard for all them weeds we were smoking.
It's a guard. Yeah.
It's a guard.
And so it just knifes right through everything that front end's gonna cut through. Mud, concrete barriers,
rock.
critters. Did you know that you can turn a steel brake line into a rubber hose by just slipping some vacuum hose over it?
That's also a guard.
So much protection.
That's so good. So that just wobbles.
Yeah, if you're gonna put it somewhere, put it there.
Yeah. We still never figured out what kind of door this was off of.
Panel.
That they beat flat to self-tap her in there. There's a crease around where you can tell it used to something.
Is it aluminum? Where's your magnet?
Stick your tongue to it and see.
Oh yeah. Lightweight.
All right, drums. What's it gonna take to get you off there?
Well, coil can't hurt. Make them smell good while we're working on them, anywho.
I like it. She's gonna play nice and just come right off.
And it's gonna be perfect condition inside with brand new shoes. I don't know if we ever showed you, but how these fender flares are held on. There's about 48 machine screws, the whole perimeter. They ain't going nowhere. You got the safety glasses on to take this off even?
If you only have 2 eyeballs, you better take care of them. If you only got one, you damn sure better.
I did see somebody yesterday at the swap meet with an eye patch, and I wanted to go up to him and say, "Are you finding any good deals?" I think she's hanging up right in there. Give her a couple taps on the face.
She spins. That's better than our rear one was anyhow.
I think it's safe to say they have not been off since the overhaul of the Ranchero. That does not... We should probably just take it apart at the hub.
That's a good sign.
We're just gonna forget that the bearings are doing that, or you wanna look into that?
We're here. We might as well.
Do it for the content.
Do it for the people. That's our biggest concern right now. Chrome's gonna get us home. It's the only thing that fits. Funny, Theo's possessive of his stuff. Like when I toss off the side, he immediately picks it up and runs it back to, like he knows that's his stuff. Fun fact, I've never torn into one of these before.
Big mini truck guy.
Get the hammer.
What's that? Free right now, right? As opposed to lock.
Right, I was spinning.
Are these two pieces, does it split right there and they're stuck together? What'd you do there?
Was that the one that was hard to come out?
It seems a lot shorter than the others. I definitely wasn't gonna let any water ingression happen with all the silicone on it. Don't snug it up. Yeah, just enough so we can, it'll hold it and tap it. Yeah! Held together by silicone. Look at us learning.
I learned something.
Woo! It's got grease in it even. Now we got a little snap ring to take off there, and then once we take that off, then the rest of the hub will come apart. And then we can go ahead and start extracting the snapped off 3/8 hardware.
You want to take that out?
Yeah, once you take that snap ring off, that'll all slide right off.
I meant the hardware.
Oh. Well, I mean, we can tell them that we did it. They won't know.
Or we can tell them if 5 won't hold it, 6 never would have, and we can just send it. Boop.
Oh no, it's a regular hex nut.
Our nut's well lubricated.
Now you got a pick, and there should be like a big washer in there.
A washer?
That's what I said.
Is there an OR in washer?
Dude.
Do you make fun of how I talk and then call stuff washers? Do you wash your clothes too?
No.
Down in the creek?
In the crick. And then there'll be another big old spanner nut.
I think the bearing's gonna be in good shape. I got a feeling.
That's why I said a disappointment of a bearing.
Nah, she's gonna be good.
Could have just snugged the hardware up.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could have snug it and sent it. We still gotta get the drum off. You know, snug and send.
Do we really need brakes if we don't have bearings? Well, I suppose all the needles are still gonna be present.
They ain't started falling out yet.
We might have to adjust that brake down.
Mr. Pry Bar here
This identifies
as a brake tool.
as a brake adjustment tool. There we go.
One of the few tools I actually have proper stuff for.
Doesn't mean you use it proper.
Don't mean we use it proper. Another washer.
I can see some brake shoe in there, so that's a plus.
Not terrible. Could be a lot worse. We didn't need that where we're going. Oh, these drums are just grooved up good.
Ooh. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. These things are pitted.
That's pretty good because you want the lubrication to stay.
Yeah. Those are lubrication pockets
Exactly.
and not pits.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy. As far as in here, said they could be worse.
Looks like there's even still some remnants of some white lithium. I don't know why they would have used that, but we'll say that they tried. At least the adjuster spun.
Yeah, no adjusters. Clean as can be. And I made sure I tried to get wheel cylinders. I definitely did not look into the rubber hoses because we don't need those. Oh, they got one of them little cables in there. I like to take pictures of stuff. And break her down.
I guess we'll use the proper tools.
Proper tools used proper.
And that's gonna round off.
You want me to get the proper tools?
Never mind, we're good. We just snapped the line right off, so
You SOB.
I didn't even twist it, it just
My
sheared.
good line.
Good news is we only have to replace 4 inches.
Allegedly. Let's see how that goes.
Next one.
Oh yeah. I think that one's gonna play nice. Luckily that other end was snapped where the whole thing can spin, because that line is not spinning in that nut. You did good work.
Thank you. I do my best sometimes.
Maybe we can snap off these little nuts next.
Ooh, I got the 1/4 inch just so that I really got to work at it to snap them off. Hopefully that fishes through there, because there's really no way to get at that hose. And also, there's really not a good way to get at that bolt either. International was not planning out on that. Dana, I should say.
They were well known for their engineering and stylish fleet sides. Does that even look right? Probably not.
Look at, that thing looks like it's twice the diameter.
Yeah. If she goes back in place, we'll send it.
I mean,
And the hose direction's definitely facing out wrong, but that's fine. She'll fit. We made it this far. That's the old truck guy's hammer. We stole it.
is it?
Yeah.
Thanks, Zach, for the contribution.
We got like 2 cans of his lubricant, starting fluid. I was like, man, he's gonna be in bad shape.
Brake pedal. Or no, brake pedal, gas pedal. So there's the problem we were having. That's our bleeder that,
We can't twist.
worst case scenario, maybe we can just get that out and swap it out with the bleeder in the new one. Is there even a chance we could get a hose on that thing the way that it's directed? No.
I knew
No way.
I knew it was too good to be true when they showed in stock for this sucker.
The bolt pattern is off. The diameter is close for that, but take a peekaboo behind the old booty here. Ooh, that ain't bad. You know, I think if we can get that bleeder out, swap some bleeders in there, I think those will clean up. Dang. Use your good fingernail, thumbnail. Pry that off there. Yeah, that is definitely, it's like 3/8 of an inch difference in bore diameter. Let's see if we can get a bleeder out of there.
Give her about 2 minutes. She'll come right out. Do we just want to break that top off from the start? Trying?
The other thing is you don't want to get too much heat in there because then we'll burn up those seals. You got extractors? Tap those down in the middle and
We'll see. I'm sure it broke off because it was going to come out so easy. Oh, that just crushed it.
your hopes and dreams.
Yeah. Our chances of getting it off there.
Well, if we're gonna give it any heat, let's go ahead and push
Yeah, pull
the
those
seals and
out.
the pistons out, and then we can look at it, see how it looks too. I'm guessing we're gonna have to go and get a bleeder anyway, so if we gotta get some new seals, we can.
Give her the dingle ball hung job. Make sure it leaks. That bleeder, I'm gonna build us up a little bead like that. And I'm gonna take a 1/4 inch nut, drop her on. That kind of gets it warmed up already. So then we should be able to weld it pretty decent. Get it nice and glowing hot. We'll let that cool down just a hair where it ain't so glowing. And then we'll just break it right off like that. Perfect. Give her a few tries here. This one here may be the last one. It's about down flush.
Like a regular bolt see the sense of your pulling.
Maybe that heat will help some of that coil creep down in there. I don't know how many nuts we went through here. We're probably on about number 10. Crank the heat up once and then just a little more, soaking in the coil a couple times. On this last one, buzzed her really hot. The little bleeder was built up, and then as it cooled down, Sir Mordecai gave her a few love taps with the hammer, trying to shock it, and our persistence paid off.
In reality, that was a half hour worth of messing around.
Now we can just drill a hole through that and have a bleeder. All right, now all we need is a bleeder. That thread, I got plenty of them lying around.
So much for stealing the bleeder out of our new wheel cylinder.
She's a tad bit smaller.
Just got done pulling the driver's side off. There's a bit more Hoover Schneef over there. You don't want to see Hoover Schneef in your wheel cylinders. But still, it's pretty decent shape. So we'll knock this one apart. And this one has what I would call a bleeder, but I don't know if it's bleeding anymore. All right, let's knock this apart. Get that bleeder out of there. Hopefully we can round up some fresh ones.
So I was looking on O'Reilly's website. They do sell a bleeder. Nope, those ones are too big. I was reading some of the reviews on the bleeders, and someone said it worked perfect for their Ford Explorer rear end or something. And that's what we got underneath this truck, so I figured I'd check the size on it, and that's not what we need. He's got 5/16 threads, it looked like. The good thing is the ones on O'Reilly's had a lot of mixed reviews. They may leak or they may not. Ugh. And that other side came right apart just the same. So Mordecai got it out just with the locking pliers. A little more bleeder left on this one. We could probably salvage that one if we absolutely had to.
Absolutely. Drill the junk out of the inside. Snug her up.
Other one?
Not so much.
We got a couple options here for cleaning these up. We got the bleeders coming on the way. That's what came out of this wheel cylinder. She is not as nice and clean as our first one.
Cut that part out, Chris, because I already showed it.
Oh, did you? All right. Let's see. Dingle ball's perfect size. We like that. Put a little looby dooby in there. Practically brand new at this point.
Did you get that mirror-like finish?
She's good. You can see the original cross hatching in there. There's definitely a little pitting going on this side. Perfect place for the fluid to go right past the seal.
1 1/8.
Deal. Woo! Maybe she'll wipe out and clean up. Got a lot more grease and crap in here.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
These are definitely gonna leak. On our driver's side, luckily our line didn't snap, but our little nut here, she's permanent with the line, which ain't good. We gotta get that freed up. Yeah. Most folks don't know to heat something up, it does better if you pulsate it. So I set my torch here to pulse mode, and the little burst of heat actually helped to distribute it better. Did you know that? Oh, took itself off. Just playing, my torch is just messing up.
Oh, I need a deeper socket.
Apparently brake fluid burns green. Learned something new today. Here's how you twist it. As like my wife, absolute smoke show.
We're going to throw our wheel cylinders back together. Throw a spring in there. Seal on each side. You want to have the cup facing in so when you get the fluid behind it, it expands.
I'm gonna get the air blower and proper safety gear to keep the asbestos out of my face.
Slide our cups in. Woo! Flat side against the cups. sure that don't pop out on you. And then put our boots on. Can you imagine working in a stall with somebody like that next to you?
I think we need more shoes. I just blew what was left of the pad off there.
You definitely do need new shoes.
I need new shoes because we put 15 miles on our feet at paint yesterday.
13.6.
This is two-step safety. With this on, you also hold your breath as you do it.
Tech tip of the day, if we're rounding these things off, saw this on the Instagrammer.
Oh, that makes sense.
It works pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I did it on the other side.
Squeeze the
First time I
wrench.
tried it. Squeeze the wrench so it don't slip on you. Now watch me round it off.
No, it's gonna work. I have a feeling.
Here you go.
That's smart.
I don't know if it would work if you just had a regular open end wrench. It doesn't turn it into a tubing wrench, but oh man, look at that terrible flare. Or no, it's just a chunk of crap. No, it's a...
Did they put red silicone in there too?
Oh, we might have a problem with these. I don't know what's going on in there.
Nah, that'll seal. Hell with it.
We'll throw some Teflon tape on it. She's good.
You're all joking. We may have to.
Is there something wrong with that?
If we just weld around there and then the nut to the tube, we'll be fine.
Definitely don't do this at home.
Got our bleeders on the way. Ordered one of the little 8-inch prefab brake lines for us for the one we snapped on this side. Much past that, she should go together just like she came apart, except for that socket ain't going on there. If you got a side that's tight, you may want to loosen that one. Then get this side tight first, maybe. Maybe we got to run her down by finger first. There we go. Yeah. Are you 40 yet? I'll say 40 is the magic number when you get to see Mr. Blue Glove. All right. The rest of this, guys, we're just gonna slap together, and this time we may actually put a little torque on our nut.
Definitely put new bearings in, is what he's saying.
Oh, they're new. You don't really need new. You just need a little, actually snug it down where it can't wobble around. She'll be good to go. Had to get the old long nosers in there and snug her down just a hair. There was a little wobble after doing it by hand. Sounds real good. Yeah, she'll be good. Your second jam nut here. You're gonna get it nice and tight with your chisel and your best hammer.
I guess I didn't even look at that drum. Are they pretty groovy?
The drums are very groovy. Be able to have a good time with them.
I'm gonna run out of adjuster. Did you put the shoes back in there?
Sure. I was thinking we could just leave all that out, lock her into 4-wheel drive, and put a pinion brake on it.
How sweet would that be? Just put a G-body brake caliper and rotor on there?
I don't know we're ever gonna get there. You turning it the right way?
You want to tell them why I keep spinning that adjuster and it doesn't get any tighter?
Because I like doing things right the second time.
So apparently our star wheel or adjuster isn't in between the shoes. It's just kind of floating down there. So we're gonna get practice on taking stuff apart and putting it back together again.
I'm hoping I can just break another bolt here too.
We do it right, because we do it twice. To be continued.
Yep, that'll get you. You mean it actually has to go and be against this shoe back here? That's weird. Yeah, may make her happy.
Adjusting up better this time?
I don't know. We got a while to go because it was spread out like that much and you sank her all the way down. So we'll be here till the 5th Sunday, but you can check other stuff if you want.
I suppose, seeing as how the rear end is the most valuable thing on here, we'll pull the drain plug on that. Make sure it's got grease. I don't know that we really care about the front end because it's not getting any power to it, and if we don't lock the hubs in, none of that stuff should be spinning. And these are separate out here. And we just totally rebuilt the bearings out there, so they should be good to go.
She's gonna go. Survey says she's a little low. See a little bit there on the threads. Actually looks fairly clean. Yeah, she got a little Decent color to her. Looks about right. Luckily up front, a little 8-inch line came. She's about perfect. Our bleeders, someone got us with the classic Swapperoo. They needed their $5 back, so they had to open the package, put the wrong size bleeder in there. They're nice and covered in fluid. And that's the ones we were lucky enough for them to have in stock. We need bleeders. Get her topped off there. It's a good thing you checked that, sir. Took that whole jug and a little bit that I had left in another.
I suppose I got that cotter key in there.
Well, it was in there before it got welded.
Oh, that's why you're so smart. Needless to say, that pin is not coming out.
Them tips. Overlapper.
I can fill a gap. But wait, it gets better.
So I was like, I still can't get over how we got extra block on this side and not this side, and it actually sits pretty level. And he's like, yeah, not to mention the 7 springs opposed to 5. And then we noticed the good shackle that's flipped up, not shackling.
So your shackle should be sitting about like that one. So every time your spring compresses, it tips back, and that's how your suspension functions.
This one's got the full-time tip back. So this thing is pivoted, or shackle mount that they fabricated. I think it just has one bolt holding it up there.
And it's tore out just about the whole way.
No, that's good. She'll hold. So I'm pretty sure this mount should be pivoted up there. That would put that there and then shove that down this way.
Yeah, what he said. Kind of like this side. They should have put some more lug nuts to space it out, and then it would have been.
Oh, see, they were
fine.
relying on that to interlock to that. That makes sense.
Yeah. Manufacturing. Well, at least it sits level. That's all that kind of matters.
She's a gooder. We gave up on the bleeders. We decided the one that we turned into a permanent plug we would just make work. So we tried doing a little gravity bleeding. Now we're trying to pressure bleed. Here's our problem though. That is open. Go ahead.
Well,
We're not moving any fluid out of our master. I've already tried to bleed the rear one. Trying to bleed our front one now, no matter what. We're not getting fluid. Go ahead.
up,
Go ahead.
down.
No fluid, guys. That's not what you want to see. All right, go ahead. You let off.
Up.
So, without getting a master cylinder, there's not really a chance of getting brakes out of this thing. And even if we do get a master cylinder, there's a pretty good chance that our wheel cylinders are still possibly going to leak since they just got the hone rebuild. And yeah, it was we wanted to try on our brakes, but where we're at right now, without getting a parts list together and going through it all, we're not going to get easy brakes out of this thing.
No brakes, no problem.
Yeah, you just don't stop.
We'll just put a bigger bumper on it.
Chris, don't add this part where we're low on trans fluid. We'll look like idiots in front of the camera.
Ain't got no brakes!
Oh, you missed those tires by like millimeters.
See you later.
Oh, we're gonna get some good red dirt action, red mud action today. Oh, you better lock it and forward dig. I don't know where I want to stand so that I don't get hit.
I had my helmet.
You definitely need to barbershop pole candy cane that drive shaft hanging down there.
All right.
Yep. Theo, you want to ride? This thing does throw a mean rooster tail. Now I can see why it rides so smooth.
Yeah, that's good. Got her in first.
If only we could trade out some of that power for some suspension.
We don't need that.
And/or traction. The exhaust seriously is the best part.
It sounds good. This gets wet. We should go through it.
Oh!
Yeah! That's where you want to be with one wheel peel.
Running nice and cool. 185 degrees, thermostat just opened up.
And we're going to try to get stuck.
That's a nice little hole right there.
Yeah, no, that's good. The dirt guy was like, I could feel that, and I was like, how about you don't? I'm gonna go, come on, baby. I'm gonna say we're out of fuel. Maybe?
No, this thing is economical.
Oh, that's a perfect word to describe it.
I'm gonna go with that RTV is all dried up and some water got past it into our distributor cap.
Oh, yeah. We don't need, we should have sealed it up.
That's why Buicks were not off-road machines, because they had the distributor up front like a Ford. They just, you gotta have a Chevrolet.
I think I may start wearing a helmet full time. It makes it nice and easy to rest places. I come down that hill over there, my head smacked it so hard, I was like, thank goodness for the helmet. Was that fun? Dad was having a blast. Oh yeah, she definitely did get wet a little. Yeah, we are low on our fuel, so just depends on how much slack we left.
She might be a little moist.
As she's just dripping. May got wet. Not as wet as I thought it was gonna be. How's the radiator? Not chewed up by the fan. That's good. She was just starting to get warm.
Yep, just above the thermostat opening temp.
We need HEI. And to seal it up a little better.
Next episode.
I climbed up in there to make sure we were spraying fuel. She's spraying. So I think Mortsky's right. Something may got a little wet.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Nor mine. We got it wet 2 days ago. You think I would have known that's what happened.
It made it through the first time though.
It went through easier the first time than the second after I stirred her up some. The second time she started spinning. I think she's got about one more of getting through before we're...
Look at all the grass on the inner fender from catching the fan blades. Throwing her over there. Oh, there ain't really any humidity in there.
No, but are those supposed to just be able to pull off that easy?
No, that should stay hooked up to the points.
It's the quick connect version apparently.
Don't the old timers say you're supposed to spray that all down with WD-40?
Yeah, we meant to do that and forgot to.
Water displacement 40. We were so concerned about brakes and not about...
Bill told us to WD it. It don't look that wet in there though.
No, it does not.
Not as wet as I thought. Maybe just sloshing around we lost fuel for a minute. It is pretty low on the jug. Hold on. That plug wire was definitely popped off, but that was probably from me. So let me check all them real quick. All right. Oh,
I know why.
you hit the wrong button.
I didn't have that open.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say you hit the wrong one. You hit the grain, you get full hood.
The ejecto hoodo.
It did get a little wetter that time, it appears. Like right as you get in the water, whoo, big mouth Billy Bass.
This thing it's pretty good.
It's fun to rip around
I
in.
wonder if it's not pulling in water
Through the
breather.
We should duct tape the
I was
front.
gonna say just cover the front with tape.
All right, we definitely got wet in our connections there. Fuel is down to the bottom now, so as we bump, we're gonna start sucking air, which is not gonna help us. We're gonna tape this up just as a little water preventative there, and try to WD up in here or something. Then I think she could possibly be almost as good as the tow roller on a bad day.
The best thing since tow rollers were invented.
Surely no water's getting up there.
Theo, are you a mud dog?
Oh,
He's like, I want to go through too, Dad.
well, you won't let us give you a bath, huh? But you can go play in the mud. Mom is gonna be mad at you. Dad's proud of you for venturing out. What is it? Get it. Jump on Morski.
Don't drag it into the pond.
No. Well, at least he submerged almost all of it. Are you really enjoying that water? Can I have that, please? Theo, get it. Get it. Not my hand, goofball. Oh, good thing you're cute and cuddly and just sweet as can be, because you ain't very smart. You's like your dad's. All right, I think we may have to change up the air breather plan.
You know what'd go real good at that roll bar? A snorkel.
We got to get her water certified. Solid.
A little's good, a lot is better. Break it up a little bit there. It was running real good until it wasn't.
She's fine.
What do you think, Theo? Is it fine? Pew!
Let it go through the valley.
It sounds like we're back at.
Did you hear it way over there?
It sounds like we're back at Zach's with the gun range next door.
I turned the hood scoop on, I'd forgot again.
That'll get you.
I was hoping it was gonna bust right off.
It wants to.
It's trying. It was doing so good, I was literally gonna come out of there and be like, hey, come take this thing for a rip. It's so much better. I made sure it could idle around there and everything. It was good. I think we just need a coil rebuild, perhaps.
Double fisting her here. Brake cleaner in one hand, WD in the other.
Whoa. Just shove her in the mud hole and leave her.
I did hear the power steering belt squealing a little bit there for a while on one of those loops.
I got a little screechy.
Look at all that grass on the top of the hood. The fan's doing its job, that's for sure. So neither of us are well versed in the whole WD ignition thing, so we're just kind of winging it.
You soak it off is what I heard from you about 2 minutes ago.
We just had a conversation. You ever done this before? No.
Nope.
Don't worry. The viewers will definitely let you know.
They'll let us know what we're doing wrong. I feel like in this episode, we've only done right. I ain't had nothing but fun yet.
It's so wrong, but it feels so right.
Turn that hood scoop on. Turn that hood scoop on. Oh. Blow the cobwebs out of her. There we go. Sounds like she may be running better. Keep her going. Pa-pow, pa-pow. Oh.
Shots fired! It's gonna go where it won't.
It's in fuel economy mode. She's shut down to 2. No, don't worry about that little knockout there. I don't think she's gonna die. All right.
Just had to say it.
I think we take it as a win. This thing is fun. This may be the best 950 bucks I've spent in a while. Door shuts better. Just don't shut it soft.
We had to get it lubricated with all that.
That's all she needed.
Red mud water.
The old Ranchero. Did we make it to where someone filled? I thought that was paper shoved in there. Like the body filler came off and now the paper was showing.
You know it's tub and tile, just bathroom silicone.
We need a couple more lights on the bumper to go with the ones up top. She don't need a whole lot more to just be fun around here. And guys, I really don't know what we're gonna end up doing with this thing, if I'm being honest. D&H Classic sent me the picture of it sitting on flats in the field and said, do you want it? And I did not have it in me to say no. So I guess it's gonna kind of come down to how the viewers like it, how the video does, where we'll take it from here, whether we take it back to D&H Classics or whether we start to fix a little on it. I know for the amount of fun you can have out here for cheap, I'm not just itching to get rid of it immediately, but we'll see how she does here. On parts alone, we're doing good from the rear end and the drivetrain. When she runs good.
Transmission, solid. Cooling system, solid. Carburetor is
pretty good.
Ignition and brakes.
Yeah.
Fuel system.
Could use improvement, to say the least. Hood scoop, 11 out of 10.
KC daylighters, we got to get this thing going at night.
Oh man, just straight through the brush pile on accident.
And then not only the lights going, but the backfires coming out the tailpipes. With
Pa-pow, pa-pow. If we run her at night, we gotta get that LED switch for the hood scoop lighting up too, so they won't know if it's on or not, where we quit forgetting to turn on our extra 37 horsepower there. So that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out Sir Mordecus on his channel at the Mordecus Repair. We appreciate him being down here this week with us and the content we got to crank out. Like I said, be looking for some more collab content from us on his channel in the upcoming week or two. Be sure to check that out. And much other than that, I'm on the Instagrammer, I'm on the Facebook, I'm on the Patreon. I think he's kind of sort of on all the same, give or take 1 or 2 ish. And much other than that, we're gonna try to get the Ranchero back up by the shop, get her out the weeds here, and I will see you guys next time. However, do not forget, sitting on your ass will not finish your project. We'll see y'all on the next one. Temp gauge said we stayed under 200.
Cool as a cucumber. Good thing we opened the hood ventilation. I don't know what freedom is, but I'm pretty sure it's hanging onto a roll bar in the back of a jacked up Ranchero in Oklahoma.
Someone nicknamed Puddin'.
Look at you all dressed up.
It's almost like we got family pictures I gotta be ready for in a couple hours.